The Metro Manila Development Authority is gearing up for the Undas and the Christmas rush. What can we expect from traffic authorities this holiday season? Well, we're joined now in the studio by MMDA Traffic Chief Bong Nebrea. Good morning. Thanks for being here.
Thanks, James.
Well, firstly, we're a week away from All Souls Day and the Saints Day. How is the MMDA preparing for this traffic and during Undas?
Well, we have laid down the deployment for this holiday 2 weeks ago, and we've talked about the contingencies that we will be doing for the Undas. We will be on a no day off, no holiday, no leave policy on October 31. Then on November 4, where most of our kababayans will be coming back from the provinces. So we will be on full deployment on those days. And well, as early as now, we have already started clearing the back doors of the bus terminals to give way for those, well, kamag-anaks who will be dropping off their loved ones going to the provinces. And we just want to make sure that, you know, the taxis, the TNBS will be using these back doors instead of EDSA in dropping off their passengers. And aside from that, we have also deployed our Metro Parkway Clearing Group personnel to help out the local governments in clearing the periphery of the cemeteries that will be, you know, well, full of people by the time that Undas starts. And some of our traffic heads in different areas of Metro Manila have already coordinated with the local government unit, traffic enforcers, so that we could, well, sit down and see their traffic plan. Because this is very crucial. Many of our roads near or leading to the cemeteries will be closed. If not, will be rerouted into one-way schemes.
One-way schemes. That
Yeah.
sounds. Now, how many personnel are we talking about?
Well, close to 2,000, since we will be on full deployment on October 31 and November 4, that will be close to 2,000 personnel.
And I have understood you've decided to change or you've worked with the malls to change the opening hours?
Yes, this is for the Christmas rush. We've talked to the mall owners. This will start on November 11. The adjustment mall hours will start at 11 in the morning and could close later at night, 11 or 12, whichever they choose. And this will help us at least decongest and mitigate the effect of the 15% to 20% influx of vehicles during this time.
Okay, and when can we expect this surge to come in? Is it October 31?
Well, James, right now we have our plates full, really. Undas is coming up. But aside from Undas, we're also be busy with the SEA Games. Because there will be a lot of events that will be held in Metro Manila, aside from the fact that there are all the billeting spaces for the contingents are here also in Metro Manila. So the movement of the athletes and the VIPs are really very crucial and critical during those times. This will come in end of November, leading to the first week of December. And we can only start really anticipating the Christmas rush after that, because our deployment will also be, well, full for the SEA Games.
Wow, so we're getting a double whammy.
Yes.
When you talk about mall hours, this is not the first year we've done this.
Yes.
What kind of data were you able to gather from that? And how does it help the traffic situation?
Well, actually, the adjustment of mall hours is to really, well, eliminate the employees of, employees of the malls, so that they will not be rushing in together with the employees of the corporate that will be coming in during rush hours in the morning. So they may come in late, like if they will open at 11, by the time that they will, you know, take their ride, public commute, it
Probably
will be
around
lesser,
9, yeah.
lesser people now on the road. And that's one. And also, those who will be shopping will come in late, and they will not be rushing in together with the employees going to the different central business districts of Metro Manila. That's the anticipation there. And that's why, aside from clearing the mabuhay lanes, we came up with this, so that to at least separate those who are going to work and school and those who are just merely shopping.
And it has helped.
It has helped. It has somehow mitigated the effect of the influx of vehicles, which is around 15 to 20% during these holidays.
Now, speaking of percentages, do you know or have a figure on how many more cars we're going to be getting during this Undas? I can see you already wincing. Would you like
Well,
an antacid or something?
even before we started with the Burr months, James, I already told
Yes,
you that we have 405,000.
and that was supposed to be the peak. That's normally the
That's
Burr month.
supposed to be the least going to the peak.
Yes.
Yes. And
We already hit the peak before it started.
before it started. Remember, December 19 of 2018, last year, we took our volume count, which was only 402,000. That was the peak of the Christmas rush then. But now, even before we started with the Burr months, we're already at 405.
How do you measure I mean, we're not having one guy counting. What equipment do you use to measure, or system do you use to measure cars?
It's manual, James.
It's still manual?
It's still manual.
Is there a guy with a clicker?
Yes.
Okay.
Not only one, but five.
Five
so
guys
it's separate.
with clickers?
No, one guy with 5 clickers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they count individually the buses, the cars, and the motorcycles.
I can imagine what the thumbs must feel like after
Yes.
that. Now, in previous years, we've done these programs before. Is there anything new that you're adding to this aside from what we've done in previous years?
Well, for MMDA, there's really no new policy. We've been doing this Christmas policy even before we started in 2016, and it worked for us. Some of the policies that we have instituted during Christmas holidays before have been a permanent policy already, just like the truck ban, the deliveries in the malls. We've already adjusted this and made this more a permanent thing. So it helps us on a daily basis, not only during Christmas.
Have we ever thought of moving Christmas to a different month? Of course, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Let's talk about the road clearing operations.
Yes.
What changes are you seeing right now in Metro Manila, and have these mayors complied with President Duterte's order?
I heard I heard the report that actually the low compliance has increased lately. It means that some of the areas have been cleared before during the 60 days, and well, basically was not able to sustain later this month. And the DILG came out with a new validation that some of the medium compliance before have gone low to the lower level, which is the low compliance.
Basically gone back to where it was before.
Yes, and that's something, well, just like what I said before, James, that the clearing itself is the easiest part. Maintaining and sustaining it's the more difficult part. And true enough, that's what we're seeing right now. Others were unable to sustain. But then again, since the responsibility has been turned over to the LGUs and the local barangays, they will be on their toes once they get these validations from DILG that their compliance has gone low, and they need to act on it.
All right, so we have wrap up with some updates on maybe some road openings. We have, of course, Secretary Mark Villares announced that, and I drove that portion in...
Skyway.
No, the one going to from Mamplasan to Santa Rosa. There's a new portion there that should help with the Undas. But what about what's the status of the bridges on Guadalupe? Do you have any updates on that? The Rockwell one, the Estrella one, and the Guadalupe rehab?
Well, the Rockwell one will come in 2 years after it started, so it's still ongoing. So we cannot start with the EDSA Guadalupe bridge until that bridge will be finished, because we do not have any alternate route on that. And it's on time. The Sevilla Bridge, the one in Mandaluyong, actually the portion of it, some portion of it are already fixed, but still this is temporary until such time that the sky will be finished, because there will be a lot of movement of barges there. So once the skyway is finished, they will put up a more permanent bridge, and not a moving bridge anymore.
So just kapit lang, konting tiis pa.
Konting tiis, yes, that's right.
Thank you, MMDA Traffic Chief Bong Nebriha.